You know it's going to be a good episode when there's 4 solo cups, 2 bottles of wine open, and we're both saying, oh, I can't wait to talk about my news story.
So welcome to our little world, our therapy session. Thanks for joining in. Let's get started.
We have 2 bottles of wine open.
We do. And 4, I'm glad you commented on the cups. I was laughing at our table already.
1 is water. Because
yep. Mm-hmm. Getting a little cold, really trying to not make it worse.
We have a bottle of white Côte d'Aron, or as they would say in France, Côte d'Aron Blanc.
Côte d'Aron Blanc.
And a bottle of Cabernet Franc from Boundary Breaks. We talked about this wine on our Wine 201 podcast. If you haven't checked it out, check it out.
Check it out.
We had an awesome event last week.
I know. That was really, I mean, honestly, I don't want to say it was surprising because we're good at events, but it was a new group of people. And so that was really cool. We met some really awesome people. So thanks to all of you that came if you are listening to this. And yeah, if not, check out Wine 201 podcast. It's a not boring way to learn a little bit more about wine. We
just recorded before this a special Thanksgiving preview episode that'll be out soon.
Bonus episode.
And we kind of gave some tips on all the sorts of things. And most importantly, wine, because Thanksgiving's about wine.
Yes, not family, food, gratitude, blessings.
Thankful, grateful, blessed.
But yeah, we talked about wine. It's always really hard. Nick has given me good tips throughout the years of what wine to bring. There will be a Pinkies Up coming out about the best gifting. Hostess wines. So you always know what to bring. So we've got you covered for the holiday season, guys.
I know we maybe talk about wine a lot, but I would just like to defend it a little bit. Because I really do think wine is such a great social beverage of you can really just, I know alcohol isn't the solution, okay? Spare me.
Spare me.
But I just love the flavors of it. It goes with food. It goes with friendship. A glass of wine is just a very relaxing thing. I'm a big beer person too. Love beer. Trying to arrange, having a beer with a bro soon. But I just think, having a glass of wine that goes with your food, relaxing. It's just great. It's just so wonderful.
And what better time to talk about wine than entering the holiday season, guys?
I mean, really, just...
It might be a little early for you. Nick put me back in my place. He's like, I think it's a week early. I'm like, no, it's not. There's shipping delays. Everyone's ordering all their stuff. I mean, I have gotten more gifts early than I ever do. So I've got holidays on the mind, I gotta say. And we've been making recipes and planning for holidays for like months, so.
I always am in the weird place where I need to work on my presentfulness, I think. Is that what it's called? Being present in the moment.
I think it's be where your feet are. Grow where you are planted. I don't know.
Much like you, we have the same dilemma of we're working ahead a lot to get these things done. You talked about Jana Kramer had the Instagram she was like filming Christmas movies in the heat of August.
Yeah, they're like sweating and they're using like a hair dryer to like dry the sweat in their armpits because it's 95 degrees.
So you kind of get in a little early, you get hyped, and then you're like, and you move on to the next one. And like with my beer drinking habits, I'm generally like a season behind because I clean out what we didn't sell of the last seasonal. To then, get the new seasonal in. So, like, in January, like, oh, man, these Oktoberfests, these are good. Great. I wish there were more out. Oh, wait.
Oh, but it's January.
What's going on? We're into stout season.
It's the worst beer season, man. Holiday beers. Ugh.
Oh, I love holiday beers.
You just go from Oktoberfest, the highs of Oktoberfest, to, like spiced mulled pumpkin beer. Ugh.
You're not a Cafe Hollander fan, that's right?
I mean,
we could go drink some Belgian Christmas beers.
I think they should stick to beer. Is my opinion about Cafe Hollander.
Well, we'll go stick to some beer there. But otherwise, how's your week? Got that little cough thing going on?
Yeah, it's been nuts. I mean, I feel like that's been the MO for me. My kids have been, specifically Elliot has been a challenge this week. I
did hear him on the phone this morning, and he asked a very intelligent question about something I said.
Yeah, except he's just interrupting constantly.
Well, he was trying to do math.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's good at math. We had his conferences last night. Yeah, it was great. It was good. He's smart.
Every conference, my mom would go to me before I tested. What am I going to be embarrassed about you this time?
Oh.
And I'd be like, I don't know. And she went in with the attitude of, a teacher's going to say something crappy about me, and she's going to be embarrassed and have to tell all of her friends about it because the teachers are friends with her friends. And then So I think she spoke that into reality a little bit. I think the teachers were probably like, yeah, Nick's great, did fine, yeah. And she's like, what did he do wrong? And they're like, no, he's a good kid. And she's like, no, you tell me. Well, and then they have to say something.
Yes.
Well, he actually threw a ball of paper at me one time.
Once.
And like never heard the funny part of the joke where the teacher said, if anybody tries this again, I'm going to make you do this. And then like I did it. And they made me do the thing, and I did it perfectly. It was like recite the Declaration of Independence or something.
Nick.
So it was like very funny. It was like a long con. You know,
it's not funny.
It's funny.
I will say going into conferences, had to be there. I also am like, I don't want the teacher to just feel like she can't tell me anything negative. So yeah, you are kind of like, hey, did my kid do anything wrong? Did my kid? And this, we love his teacher. He loves his teacher. And she actually went to school with Uncle Travis, with my brother-in-law. Yeah, so with Uncle Travie, they went to high school together. So small world, but he loves it. It was really fun. I love conferences because, I like to be in the know. Had to fill out a background check so I could volunteer in the classroom. That's a requirement now. Yep.
Good.
That's a thing.
Also, I guess.
Yep. So, and a confidentiality agreement, which I think is good, but a bunch of BS because
okay, so speaking of that,
parents aren't going to abide by that.
So, the confidentiality agreement is...
It's like, don't judge kids on the snapshot that you see them, which you shouldn't. Like, that's a snapshot in time. But anyway.
Did you see, this is not my news story, but this is a news story that got the lady in Florida that was volunteering at her kid's school. They ended up doing some sort of like questionnaire of what do you do? And they said, she asked her occupation. She said she's a performer on OnlyFans.
Oh, yes. And she got banned.
And she's suing the school for a lot of money and she's going to win.
Yeah.
Like they don't fire you if you're a,
stripper
bartender.
On the side.
But since she has they're like, it's embarrassing that you... And the comments on this thread on Facebook of like, people are like, you shouldn't be able to sell your body. Like, why not? It's yours. It's all natural.
Wait, she was a teacher?
No, she was a volunteer.
Parent volunteer.
Yeah.
So she's suing the school because the school said don't come back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's discriminatory.
I bet there's some loophole about volunteering, though. Their school's not paying her.
Yeah, but I think if you start saying, like, your profession isn't good enough, well, someone could very well say, like, I disagree with a butcher because I'm a vegan and I don't.
What are you teaching your kids? I like to play devil's advocate.
I think what you teach your kid is that your body is beautiful and it's legal, and what happens between consenting adults is just fine.
We do tell our children not to put their bodies on the internet, though.
Until they're 18.
I still prefer at that point that they are not putting their...
Well, that's a preference, not a requirement.
Yes. Okay, we got a little off topic.
It's like I would prefer seafood not to be on my dish. It's not a requirement.
Well, guys, Nick, how was your week?
I'm getting really excited. I got to tell you, we got an event next week. Our last week's event went really awesome. Yep. We got an event next tomorrow as we're recording with these kids from UW.
3 in a row. Why don't we do that?
3 is the superlative.
Why do we do this to ourselves? We're always like, no events, 25 at one time.
Because, that's how we roll. We're hardcore. And these kids, I'm really excited for this. It's going to be a great tour. We're going to make some pozole. Well, by we, I mean Young.
Chef Young.
It's going to be baller. There's no alcohol at this event.
Yeah, which these are kids, so it's illegal.
Whatever. But I'm really excited for it. I love the opportunity to work with kids, teach them. Hopefully, I had a lot of people make a difference in my life by sharing little tidbits of information along the way. I'd love to be able to pay that back, pay it forward. So I'm really excited for that. Our holiday wine tastings in 2 weeks. Yeah. It's sold the F out.
It sure is.
The wine list is what I would call baller. I showed it to some people, and they're like, oh, you weren't kidding. This is baller.
This is baller. Yeah, that's always a fun event.
I'm very excited. Bridget's got it on lockdown with the logistics.
It's gonna be good.
She sent one heck of a planning email today. I felt
let's get on the same page, people.
I'm just, Thanksgiving's here. I'm starting to put together a Christmas list. I'm starting to think of like more stupid projects for myself that I should do.
Excellent.
Like holiday gift lists, blog post, checklist, rundown things that I should do.
Cheat sheet. In fact, while recording our previous episode, the Thanksgiving bonus episode, we came up with a new project for ourselves.
And we have a really fun wine Christmas episode plans too.
Wow, Nick, what a lovely transition into my news story. What is my news story, you might ask? Oh, well, it is all about Hallmark movies. Why not? So, you love or hate them. Do you love or hate them?
I can't deal with them.
Oh, so you hate them. That's so surprising.
I don't hate them. I just choose not to deal with them.
Because they're like the dumbest thing. I love them.
And I don't mind dumb movies. Like, I love the classic James Bonds where you're like, yeah, he goes, does something stupid, some weird megalomaniac tries to kill everybody. And then, you know, he bangs some bimbo. Cool. She dies.
Predictable.
And some gadget happens. He bangs another... He kills the baddie, bangs another bimbo, movie's over. I love that. It's fine. I'm fine with it.
That sounds different than a Hallmark movie.
Well, it's the same formula. You know, like sometimes it's a farmer, sometimes it's a baker, sometimes it's a banker.
Yeah, Nick and I were debating if all Hallmark movies are the same. He's like, oh, no. Sometimes it's at a bakery. Sometimes it's, you know. Okay, so anyway, they're all the same, but they're also fun and festive to watch. Club Wyndham, hotel chain, Wyndham Hotels, redid hotel rooms across the country to look like scenes from Hallmark movies.
This is incredible.
They are all sold out. So
I'm not surprised.
I know. So there's a one in Classic Hallmark Channel Christmas. So it's just like Classic Christmas. This one is in New York. There's one in Nashville, which is the Country Christmas. There's the Snowy Mountain Christmas, which literally has a shower full of snowballs, which I'm unclear about because don't you actually need a shower? That's in Avon near Vail, Colorado. So this got me, I saw this article at some point. I'm sure I was targeted with it. And it got me so excited to the point where I was like sending Nick like jumbled ideas of different Hallmark movie Christmas wine thoughts of marketing tactics that we should do. So
I'm here for it.
I was like, here, blah, 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 let's do all these things.
Well,
so,
and I think the response I sent you was, I love it and I'm here for it. I think
so.
That really confused you.
Well, I was like, I'm not sure what he's here for, but I need more advice. So anyway, this article spurred a whole bunch of thoughts about some really fun content that we're going to barf out for you guys over the next month and a half or so, leading up to the Fa La La most festive season of all.
So I kind of blanked out my news story because...
Yeah, you did. I was like, what
I want
is
to
this?
hear your actual reaction to this headline, which is, Spicy Slice. Pizza Hut apologizes to outraged customer who slammed, quote-unquote, sexual message on fast food chain's ketchup bottles.
What?
So
Okay.
this actually comes to us from Australia.
Sure.
Where Adrian Shan, 31, was left in shock when he saw the shake, squeeze, and squirt labels on the ketchup.
I mean...
He branded the slogan, awful for family. If you look at the label, like, it's cute, I think.
Okay,
like, here, you can look at it right
article.
here. Like, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. Like, it's
a
in no
ketchup
way.
bottle.
And he said, it's awful for family, and it sounds like an app for swingers. And he said it would lead to uncomfortable questions from curious kids. Dude, you shake it, you squeeze it, and the ketchup squirts out. You're the one making this sexual.
Also, like, sexual innuendo jokes have been part of marketing forever. They're in Shrek movies. They're in Disney movies everywhere.
Pizza Hut apologized, and he said, the person said, I can only apologize if you were caused any offense or upset on your recent visit. Please know it's not our intention to make any of our guests feel uncomfortable. Pizza Hut missed a huge opportunity here to triple down on the joke and make this guy look like the troll asshole clown he is.
I mean, this has been the labeling of all ketchup bottles in our restaurants for some time now. Also, who eats in a Pizza Hut anymore?
I don't know.
Ron
Actually,
and
it does
Josie.
appear to be Australia or England, not Australia. It came like a weird. Anyway.
He's not happy with their response.
And he's out here, and he's now been targeted by pranksters who are leaving the bottles of ketchup on his doorstep.
Dude, I mean...
You deserve this.
This is just like someone being... He says, I'm not a child. I'm not offended by it personally, and people don't understand that.
This is what's wrong with millennials.
Hear him, but like this one, it doesn't look sexual. If it was meant to be, like this was not meant to be sexualized. I don't know. Sorry, man.
Anyway, we're going to take a break because Bridget needs to catch up with her husband.
Okay, sorry. Be right back.
You missed my dad joke.
Oh, catch up. I was like, I still don't get it. Catching right up. See you in a jiffy.
We're back.
Do you love my product rack? Can you see it? I'll tell you. I don't know if you'll know what this is. But yes, my product rec simply says cardboard letters. What I mean by this. So if you go to like a Michael's or a Joann Fabrics, you can get these like maybe
What
2
about a Hobby
feet.
Lobby?
Probably Hobby Lobby, not open on Sundays. So
They also
caution.
steal artifacts from Iraq.
What?
You don't remember that?
I don't. But people love to hate on Hobby Lobby. I don't have the energy for this. So some kind of craft supply store in your area, large cardboard letters, and they are 3D, right? Multi-dimensional.
Oh.
2D? They're 3D, 2D. Anyway, the point is you need the ones that are like, it's like maybe 2 inches thick and by like 1.5 feet or maybe
That's kinda
20
thick.
inches. Yeah, it's thick. So you take off the front like layer, the front cover, and then there's just like zigzag cardboard in between, right, to make it kind of sturdy.
Corrugated.
Take that out, but it's not. It's like literally a zigzag piece.
Oh,
of,
I see what you're saying.
Whatever. Take out the filling, and now you are left with just like a shell of a letter, and you use it to make a charcuterie board.
Oh my gosh!
I know. I saw this hack, and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for like a bridal shower. You could use the couple's new last name, or you could spell out a whole bunch of shit.
You know,
if
we
you
love
want.
a good cooter board.
Yes. So you were talking about snacks, and I'm like, this is the best upgraded snack board.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so cool. So go get yourself a cardboard letter. There's always coupes. So this cardboard letter will cost you like $2.
I love it.
There you go. New way to display your food, man.
Well, we've had quite the discussion of, certain adult themes on this week's podcast.
Yes.
So I'm going to keep it up with the product
Oh,
mix.
great. Okay.
You're an adult now. You should have good things. Get yourself a heavy-duty pair of poultry shears.
It's really not where I thought you were headed with this.
It will cut right through whatever needs cutting. We talked on the Thanksgiving thing about spatchcocking a turkey.
Speaking of adult things.
And if you need to spatchcock, you need some heavy-duty poultry shears because you can use your normal kitchen shears to go through a chicken's backbone. But if you need to cut up a turkey, heavy-duty poultry shears, good spring, nice sharp blades, that's what you need. Or just have it done at the thing. But like a good pair of poultry shears are like $18 on Amazon. We'll put a link up. You can use them for all sorts of things. I really, it's a good thing to have. It seems like a single-use type of appliance thing. It's not. Kitchen shears are great.
What else do you use it on?
You know, the Koreans are the smart people. They use kitchen shears for all sorts of cutting. It's one of the ways they make such nice, you think about like thinly sliced Korean steaks.
Yeah.
They cut it with scissors. They don't.
Yes. When I see people do this in the kitchen, I'm like, why am I not using scissors?
I know.
Not a
So
knife?
like
Okay.
a good pair of
Genius.
poultry shears will work really well for that. Like the Koreans, BTS, the Squid Game, Samsung, they are out hitting their weight.
Squid Game. Can we sidebar about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you watched it?
No.
I'm
feel
going
like
to.
I heard about it overnight, and like people were talking about it for Halloween costumes is where I heard about it.
I saw our friend Melissa Jordan. She put this incredible reel up that should have got played more. And I don't know what happened, but it was Wisconsin people do Squid Game. And it was the stop and go game. And she ran and it was stop. And then jump around came on.
Oh,
and she's
that's
awesome. And
awesome.
she started jumping because in Wisconsin, you hear
Yes.
jump around. What do you do? And then she got shot. And it was hilarious.
Okay, this looks horrifying.
Like if Charlie Barron's did it, it would be viral.
This is not meant for children.
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought it was a kid's thing.
No, it's not. Anyway, poultry shears, Squid Game.
I don't know
Don't
what
watch it with
Squid
your
Game
kids.
is.
All adult suggestions all the time. We'll be right back.
Bye-bye. Well, guys, I just went down a Squid Game hole.
We're back.
We're back.
On the list of things that you learned, Squid Game is not a children's show.
Yeah, I did learn that real quick. One quick Google image search taught me that.
I have one heck of an adult-themed discussion, and I'm very
is
excited for
adult
this.
themed.
So there's a Reddit thread. All the good things are on Reddit. That was an Ask Reddit thing, and it said, what brand name product is actually 100% worth spending more on? So not a store brand. And It's a great adult discussion of like boring stuff that happens when you get older. And we all know Bridget is thrifty.
Yes, this is awesome because
So
I do
this
have
is-
thoughts about this.
I want some yay or nay commentary on, I think I have 7 different things here.
Okay.
So the first thing and the most upvoted thing, it came up like a number of times in all of the threads, but the most common one replying this entire thread was 3M Post-it notes. User Mfluence said, making an adhesive strong enough to stop the notes curling up on the edge and falling off, but weak enough that you can remove and replace them at will seems to be outside the skill set of every other company. Yay or nay?
I don't agree with that one. What am I yaying or naying? If I'm agreeing, it's yay?
If you agree that 3M Post-it
No.
notes are 100% worth the money.
Nay.
I agree.
Thank you. I was like, maybe I'm wrong, but I've never had an issue
I
with
do think there's
Post-it
plenty
notes.
of other people that make... I do think that 3M are a very good quality,
Sure.
but I've had other ones that are of a very similar quality.
I don't have an issue with any of the sticky adhesive
The cheap
paper.
ones are like really bad. I will say that. The cheap ones are really bad. And the colored paper ones, if you're buying colored ones,
Oh, yeah.
like the fun colored ones, they have to be 3M because otherwise like the dye in the paper gets weird or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, guys. I've never thought about that one much.
This one's coming up in your life. You're going to have to make some decisions on this because
This
you got a
one
reno
I
coming.
feel heated about.
Too Rational 101. Their comment is, any paints, house paint, car, boat, trains, and planes. By the way, I feel like if you're painting boats, planes, and trains,
Yes.
this guy's probably a pro, right?
Yes.
Usually the higher the cost, the better the paint. Love Sherwin-Williams Emerald Products is house paint.
Yeah, okay. I've used Sherwin-Williams Emerald, actually, and it's great. The only place I feel that I need superior paint is the bathroom because of the splattering on the wall, like from water.
Ah, yes.
That's the only place I feel I've noticed a difference with house paint. Are we specifically talking house paint?
I think house paint, yeah.
Other paint, I think he's full of SHI tizzle. I've never painted a plane, though.
I've always paid someone to paint for me because I hate painting.
Yeah, it's the worst.
So all my products are professional quality, and I would say it looks great.
But, like, I've paid people to paint for me, but they just go to Home Depot and pick out whichever paint.
I don't know.
I don't know, guys. This one, I have used the Sherwin-Williams Emerald because I went into the Sherwin-Williams store and I was happy with it. But I don't feel like I don't buy the cheapest and I don't buy the most expensive. How about that? So I disagree with him.
I do too. So this
Great.
one I'm heated about. This one
Yes, you are.
I'm very heated about. This comes from Jalopy Cat, and they say,
Jalopy Cat.
as a lefty, Zebra F402 pens. Fine point, no smear, no pressing hard to get a clean line. Since I discovered them, I can't go back to other ballpoint pens. Now, I'm with you on buying very, very specific brands of pens.
Nick's is just a weird
I
one.
myself, I only use Pilot Precise V5.
It's weird that
And I
it's
use it in purple.
Yes, that's what's weird
That's
about it.
all I write in.
I like
also,
those-
they're Sharpie pens.
I love Sharpie pens. I disagree in that there's not one answer. There are superior pens to other pens, but there's not only one.
I also use the extra fine. And I was backed up in this comment thread. This one got a lot of traction too.
commented.
Yeah, a lot of people said the Pilot Precise V5. So I was like validated by that. But this is an old person thing. Like, I write with one type of
You
pen.
do.
I have a box of them. And if you take my effing pen,
Yeah, I can attest to that. I feel passionately about certain things about pens. Like, I prefer blue ink to black by a long shot.
I'm not a big black ink person. It's just,
It's boring.
yeah.
But I much prefer, I love Sharpie pens, but it depends. If you're writing double-sided, then screw those inky pens that are ruining the other side of the page.
In a world of sheep, be a lion. In a world
So-
of sparrows, be a peacock.
So far, I don't feel passionately about one certain product, but we will get there.
VS Mac says, Dawn dishwashing liquid. I haven't found anything else that works as well. And then Retail Guy.
I love this.
This spoke to me
Yes.
on your behalf.
Yes.
Retail Guy commented on that. I'm a frugal bastard, but I swear by Dawn dish soap. And this one got like big. And this
Yeah.
one came up a number of times where people are like, yeah, Dawn dish soap.
I do love Dawn dish soap. I also don't think it's expensive.
Compared to like store brand stuff, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I buy like Myers and those type of ones, and Dawn is cheaper than that.
That is true.
But I feel strongly about dishwasher tabs, buying a name brand. I don't care what brand it is. It just needs to be a name brand. And I'll explain why later, why I know that.
My best friend, Doug, he was in the selling warewashing chemicals game for a long time. and we would buy like huge vats of Dawn from him. And the industrial stuff is like super concentrated and amazing.
That sounds amazing.
But it's like purple, and then our people were like, we want the blue stuff because the blue literally does nothing, right? It's just a dye.
Yes.
And
but that's how people like.
Yeah. But
it used to be green, didn't it? Or is that Palmolive?
There's.
Okay.
But he said like, because I was like, why are you selling Dawn? Like, don't you have like a good like professional? He's like, no, Dawn's the best stuff there is.
Really?
Yeah. So I am super passionate about Dawn. I am all in on Dawn.
But isn't that what they used to like clean the ducks in the oil spill? Isn't that a commercial?
Yeah. And somebody commented like, if you have a newborn, it's really good for cleaning up poop stains.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I do use it on shirts for stains. Yeah.
Okay. This one spoke to me because of our good friend Kevin. Chimp Doctor.
Yeah, this one was funny.
Kerrygold salted butter.
Yeah.
I'm there with you, bro.
Is that the only butter you use? Though?
No, actually, I don't like it because it has such a distinct flavor.
It does, yeah.
I like it if I'm doing certain things where I want a flavorful butter, but my everyday butter is actually this hand-rolled Amish butter.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little bit higher milk fat content, so it's a little richer, melts at a little lower temperature because if I cook with with butter, I am being very careful about temperature, not to scald it. Or I want it to scald very easily, like either way. So for me, a little lower scalding point is good.
So what's better for like if you're making a brown butter sauce?
I like something that is that Kerrygold, like any good quality butter is going to burn at a lower temperature. And I do like that for the brown butter because if you can do a lower, gentler heat, you're going to keep your herbs more intact. Yeah. You're going to keep your garlic more fragrant.
I love brown butter and I never know what to use.
So just like a good quality butter, like as weird as it sounds, you want it to burn more easily to make a good brown butter, but you just have to be careful about.
I know I'm scared. Brown butter and sage. Someone
just
want to make
surge all the time. You made a butternut squash risotto once.
I mean, brown butter though. It's so quick between like disgusting burnt bitterness.
That is true.
Okay, off topic. So sorry.
Next one.
This one.
Cully Mama. Ziploc bags. Fuck them store brands.
Disagree.
I do too.
What they're
exactly
difference.
the same.
Yeah, like that one makes me angry. And Ziploc bags are so much more expensive.
Now, there was one that said Tupperware, the real Tupperware brand, and I will agree with that.
Oh,
or even better, the stuff you get off a restaurant that restaurants use, the stuff that Simple uses is fake-out containers, that stuff.
Yeah, but like also just use glass Pyrex. Because,
look at bougie
it's
Bridget
safer
over there.
to microwave. I get all mine at Goodwill. It's safer to microwave in everybody.
See, because you're thrifty. What we're learning here is that Bridget's not about them name brands.
But I am about a couple name brands.
Now, can you guess? So I made a reply. I made a post in this thread.
Okay.
Can you guess what I said is I need to go for this name brand? You know it.
I know. I should know it. I'm trying to think of.
Because I've yelled at you and you've changed your ways a little bit.
Oh, my God. I don't know, man. I'm on the
Reynolds
spot.
Heavy Duty Aluminum Foil.
Every time I use my aluminum foil, you're like, don't buy anything but heavy duty.
It's worthless. Normal aluminum foil is worthless. And the not name brand stuff is even worse because they cheap out even more.
But a heavy duty off brand.
It's still like, like Reynolds is like 12 gauge and off brand's like 8 gauge, where like Reynolds normal is like 8 gauge and like off brand normal aluminum foil is the most worthless thing in the world because it's so thin, it's so narrow, it's good for nothing.
Okay. I have the one thing I feel very passionately about. I mean, I'm making a list of things that like I don't want off brand, but this is a good one.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes,
but the very first one
that one hit. That one got very popular.
Okay, so the one thing. So listen, I love to shop at Aldi.
The one thing is you have 7
but
things
listed. There's one that I didn't have to like sit and think through. When I shop at Aldi has like all off-brand stuff, right? I don't care if my noodles are off-brand. Who gives a shit?
I actually am pretty big on noodles.
Oh, Jesus. My angel hair pasta that I'm feeding my children, they definitely don't care.
I think Barilla tastes better.
Oh, God, Nick. Okay. Peanut butter.
Yeah, I agree with you. You can't buy store brand peanut butter.
Get so mad at, bless my parents because we all love Aldi, but it's got to be Jif peanut butter. Also, don't give me Skippy, but definitely don't give me generic peanut butter. Yes, I know I'm buying shitty peanut butter filled with sugar, but I don't care. I love it. I also like natural peanut butter when I'm baking, but Jif peanut butter. Okay, got that off my chest. Dishwasher tabs that I mentioned before. I tried to buy some at Aldi. They do sell name brand. Like they have, what's the green one?
Clorox.
Yeah, it's something with a C. Whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway, they do sell the name brand one and then an off-brand. So I bought the off-brand. No, terrible.
No.
Gotta have name brand. Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay, I don't drink soda a lot, but I thought that would be one on your list. Okay. Chapstick, which I'm going to say Chapstick is a name brand, but I mean lip balm of sorts. Burt's Bees. Has to be. I feel strongly about that. Kleenex.
I am with you.
You cannot
Off-brand
buy
Kleenex is terrible.
generic Kleenex, because even if they say it's lotion-filled and puffy and wonderful, it's terrible. But this one, I've tried. I'm like, how bad could this be?
Bad.
Q-tips.
Yes, if you're shoving something up your ear, it needs to be quality.
Because the like stick part bends.
Yes.
And the cotton comes off.
Yes.
Okay, so Q-tips I feel
that
strongly
actually was
about.
in the thing. I almost added it because it was very popular. I'm like, it's low.
Oh, Q-tips are ones.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Anyway, those I could go on and on, but I needed like a reminder. I should just keep a list in my daily life. So there you go.
I want to talk about some food I made.
Like, what? You got so excited.
It's the season. Fa la la.
Fa la la.
I made this incredible hash. It was sweet potatoes. You would have loved it. Sweet potatoes, apples, red onion. I know that's not your favorite, but it's just a little bit, add a little bite, little flavor. And then bourbon pork tenderloin, so marinated pork tenderloin. Looks good. Little hash, a little bit of chicken broth in there, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just to
pop it up.
And it was so good. It tasted like fall. Had it with a glass of Pinot Noir.
Of course.
Went perfectly with
Delicious.
it. It was so good. But I was just like, I love harvest season. I love these flavors. They're just so yummy, and they all happen to go together so well. And I really enjoyed it. And I was so proud of myself. I wish I would have done it to like photograph.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
And leftovers, it feels like it would make great leftovers.
Oh, it was very good leftover. I ate all of it.
I ate all of it. I love taking just like all of the root vegetables and roasting them, but it takes like 5 hours, I feel like. So I just want, like Sunday, I think I roasted a whole bunch of them, and now I just air fry them to like warm them up.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, delish. But that was not what I was going to talk about. Last night.
Sorry to hear about your Tyler allergy.
I know, but it's not actually that. So I made, like, if I actually think about what I'm doing, there's a lot of very easy meals that I can make, and I just, like, don't half the time because I haven't planned. This week I actually did, and I made, just like a beef stew thing because I bought the proper meat at the store, and Tyler, it was Christmas morning. Oh, my God, he was so excited. I'm like, this was the dumbest, easiest thing. I literally just threw shit in a crock pot.
Don't tell him that.
But I did tell him, and I was like, all I need is 5 minutes to, like, think about this, and so... Anyway, the way we always do it is with Lipton onion soup mix. And then I just put like carrots. I even put onion in there for him and some potatoes and some beef broth.
You're such a good wife.
Oh, look at me.
Look at you
Susie
being
homemaker.
a good wifey.
Throwing shit in a crock pot. In a slow cooker. Sorry. Crock pot is a brand name.
And I would say crock pot is a brand name. They make very good ones. There's lots of very good ones.
Yeah.
But we are careful because crock pot is kind of litigious.
Yes, I've heard this. So anyway, I made this stew. What? You
would have heard that, yeah.
Yes. I made this
They
stew.
are litigious.
I went to taste one of the potatoes and got like a weird feeling like, am I allergic? And it was fine. Like, obviously I'm breathing, but a weird thing. So I had Tyler taste it and I was like, is it taste funny or is it doing something weird to your mouth? He's like, no.
You have this tingly thing.
Yes, it's happened with a few other things. So
there's got to be like a seasoning or something.
I know. I don't know what it is. Like, these are things I've eaten before. But anyway, I'm old.
Didn't you use like a packet thing?
Yeah, but Lipton onion soup mix.
I'm going to have to look at that.
I've eaten that my whole life. We made a dip out of that as kids. So anyway, I made that stew. It was great, easy, super easy, very affordable, great for your family.
All right, it's time for
Kid Corner. Dude, should I pull mine up?
So, because we have the same thing. It was photo day at daycare.
Hilarious.
Got postponed today. Otherwise, Sarah was going to be there. And let me show you Simona's photos.
Oh, my God. Ah! Oh, no. Why is it doing this? Oh, my God.
Screaming, sobbing,
every
hilariously pissed off.
Sorry, I almost dropped it.
Poor Miss Danielle was trying, Miss Katie, they were both trying to get her to smile. And she is, she is not having it.
I don't have my login stuff.
I mean.
Dude, that is hilarious.
I wanted to send it to my entire family and be like, but I'm not, because I'm going to buy these pictures and give them to them for Christmas.
Dude, these ones are expensive.
And be like, ha.
I do have to say, they did the genius thing of like giving your kids 7 poses, so you want to buy them all, but they're damn expensive. Just saying.
I don't care.
Okay.
Look at her.
Yeah, he's like, nah, this is my first kid.
Look at her. I mean, she's
She's terrified, you guys.
She's like,
do you want to hear what I was going to say? They told us that Lucy should be a model.
No.
Because Lucy is straight up like, you guys aren't watching on YouTube, arms under the chin in one of her pictures. And then she's got her hand on her hip like this in one picture. She doesn't even look like my kid. She put a bow in her hair.
What?
Yeah, I know. She wore a freaking bow in her hair, which she never does. So they're adorable. Sorry. I can't log in. I don't have my like 8 codes that I need to log in. Otherwise, I would show you.
You know, here's a picture of playground fun time, and she could pose for that one. Here's a picture of their entire class, and she can smile at that one.
But not picture. Oh, come on. I love I hate picture retakes. Like, screw that. Let it be what it is.
It's a moment in time.
Yeah. So anyway, what my real kid corner was about, which was just adorable, the kids, I had the kids on my own for bedtime because Tyler was at basketball practice, and Lucy and Elliot, we were reading books together in Lucy's room, and we have her in like her crib, but we took off one side, so it's like a little training bed, you know, and Elliot wanted to lay in bed with her. I'm like, cool. Her camera points at her bed, so Elliot goes, Lucy, that camera right there is watching you, and I'm like, shit, kid, you can't do this, and he just like thought he was being helpful or funny, and so then the two of them thought it was the funniest thing. So then I showed them on my phone, like the app, like, look, guys, we can see us. Ah, ha, ha. And they thought it was the best thing. And now I don't know yet if she like remembers. It's only been 2 nights. So she hasn't said anything. She lays in her room and does the same things and stays up all night. So I don't know.
We can talk to her through the camera. I don't know if you have
Yeah, we can. I just don't.
So I do frequently,
God.
especially if I'm at work early or something.
Why?
Because I like to say hello to her.
Oh, I was like, I think it's so creepy.
She does know to like wake up and say hi to the camera if she wants something.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wait, does she not?
She'll talk to us.
I don't feel like I don't feel like my child would understand if my voice came through the camera.
Oh, Simona gets it. I think, she was scared the first time, but
yeah, I've never talked through it. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm going to say one more thing because I can't make decisions.
Because it's Guy Fawkes Day.
Here. Is it?
Yeah. Remember the 5th of November of Gunpowder Treason and Plot.
Because I know.
Blow up some Catholics.
Because I know our very good friends Ron and Josie listen to this. Lucy was laying in bed last night just reciting names. She just does that like, Mama.
Was she praying?
No.
God bless
She was just
Mama,
staying awake.
And God bless Dada.
And she just lists names. She goes, Mama and Lucy and Elliot and Daddy and Max and Michael. And it's always all family names. She listed 2 uncles, which was Spencer and Paul, so they got a special shout out. And then she listed Mimi, which is the one grandma, and she listed Grandma and Papa. And then she lists, and then I hear her say, Ron. And I'm like, Ron? And then it follows by, and Yenny and Rayla and Miss Josie. And so they got a shout out as part of our family last night. So thanks, guys.
Ron, bringer of cheese.
She loves Ron. She talks about Ron a lot.
Ron?
So thanks so much, guys, for hanging in here as we are clearly very excited for the upcoming holidays.
It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be fa la 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 la.
I'm going to start wearing ugly sweaters.
Festive season.
Yep. Every day.
Just keep them down here. Maybe we
I'll just store
them up on the wall.
We should. All right, guys. Well, you can find us at Dinner Plus Drinks on Facebook and Instagram and on dinnerplusdrinks.com. And
I have nothing else to add.
YouTube. You could add that.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.